Why is it that autism is still seen as a boys' club? Is it really true that there are 4 times as many autistic boys and men as autistic girls and women? Or is that a myth? Maybe we're just really bad at recognizing feminine autism. When we believe the myth that most autistic people are male, we fail to recognize how girls and women present the same autistic characteristics differently. A little boy flaps his hands, walks on tiptoe, and spins around, and we say, "That's autism." A little girl does the same thing, and we say, "Look, she's dancing. She's pretending her fingers are butterflies. So cute." Then comes the mask. Once she gets to school, she realizes that the other little girls don't do butterfly fingers. So she learns to do something less noticeable, like clenching her fists, biting the insides of her cheek, curling her toes. No one notices her new subtle autistic mannerisms, so her autism goes on unrecognized. Girls are observant. Undiagnosed autistic girls notice that everyone else seems to have a secret handbook for how to play with other kids, how to carry on a conversation, how to make friends. But where's her handbook? She watches others and imitates them. She learns to fake eye contact and create scripts in advance for social chatting. She stays on the sidelines and hopes no one realizes she doesn't know what's going on. The mask, pretending to be like everyone else, starts out as a survival strategy and becomes a permanent fixture. Don't let the mask down or people will find out you're not like them. Except they already know. So mask harder. But masking comes with a cost. Eventually, the constant stress of pretending to be someone you're not is too much. It's exhausting, and it leads to burnout, anxiety, depression. So what's the message here? Why is it important to us to know that there are so many undiagnosed autistic women masking their true selves? Because we can make a difference for them. Many of you are medical or mental health practitioners, doctors, counselors, social workers. When a woman in your care comes to you and says, "Can I get tested for autism?" don't brush them off. Don't say, "Oh, you can't be autistic. You made eye contact with me," or "You have a job, a family." Autistic people teach themselves to make or fake eye contact. They do get married and have families while autistic. I was married for over 27 years to a late diagnosed autistic man. Instead of telling them why you think they're not autistic, try asking them why they think they are. Give them the respect of listening to them and believing what they share about their own lived experience. Help them get the answers they need. Now, many of you will have a friend or family member confide in you, "I think I'm autistic." When they do, don't rush to say, "Oh no, you're not autistic. There's nothing wrong with you." There is nothing wrong with being autistic. It's a different kind of brain, but not a defective one. Listen to your friend, your sister, your daughter. Listen without interrupting or contradicting. Let them tell you all the things they've kept hidden from you behind their mask. And thank them for trusting you enough to share this. Then ask them how you can help. And finally, many of you are autistic yourselves. You've dreamed of being accepted for who you are without pretending to be someone you're not. Maybe you thought you were weak when the sounds, smells, and textures around you were too much to bear, and you saw everyone else handling the sensory nightmare with strength and composure. You're not weak. The people in the neuromajority, like me, we don't experience the sensory world the way you do. We're not stronger. We just don't feel things as deeply as you do. You've been in an environment that bombards your senses every day, and you keep going. You are strong. Maybe you thought you were broken. Something in you was so different from everyone else in a way you couldn't understand, and it hurt. But different is not damaged. There is nothing wrong with you. You are your own whole autistic self, not a broken version of a neurotypical person. You are unbroken. Maybe you thought you were unworthy. You dream of having a BFF, a crowd, falling in love, but you keep floundering and failing. Well, you are not unworthy. You may not have found your people yet, but there's a whole community of other late diagnosed autistic folk just like you who will accept you because they truly understand you. You know, the ugly duckling was never ugly. His problem wasn't that he had to grow up to become beautiful. He was in the wrong environment. Put him in a nest of cygnets, and there's nothing ugly about him. You may have struggled, excuse me, you may have struggled to connect with people, but when you find your community, you'll know it's right. And the people who are in your life now can learn to understand you and accept your differences when they know better. You have a right to connect and belong because you, exactly as you are, masked down, you are worthy of your dreams.